Well, now the other results. Remember that the Baltimore Colts hadn't won a game. Let's see how they got on this week, along with the rest of the other scores. Home teams are second.
Two games from Saturday. Philadelphia 7, New York Giants 23. The Giants even up their record to 3-3 at the expense of the Eagles, who slumped to 1-5, making this weekend's game crucial.
San Diego 41, San Francisco 37. Quarterback Dan Fouts, the master of the long bomb, wins the passing battle over 49ers Joe Montana with this spectacular connection to wide receiver Wes Chandler.
Sunday's results. Baltimore 10, Minnesota 13. For a time, it looked as if the Colts were going to get their first victory as they grimly held on to a 10-7 lead. But this 40-yard field goal by the Vikings' Rick Danmeyer eliminated them from the playoffs.
Chicago 14, Seattle 20. The Seahawks continue to be this season's surprise team.
Cleveland 10, Cincinnati 23. The Bengals are red hot, and their main reason is right here. Quarterback Ken Anderson showing his versatility and mobility by scoring this touchdown.
Denver 27, Los Angeles Rams 24. The Rams again blow a 21-point lead.
Detroit 30, Green Bay 10. The Lions defense finally got its act together in this drubbing of the heavily favored Packers.
But it was this 96-yard kickoff return which put the final nail in their coffin.
Watch this run through heavy traffic. After the traffic jam, it's all daylight for Alvin Hall as he cruises into the end zone.
Touchdown. Miami 0, New England 3. You can see why they're calling this one the Snowball. This Patriot victory was filled with controversy and humor. With the score 0-0 and seconds left, the Patriots are ready for a field goal attempt.
Coach Roy Mayer, with the field heavily covered in snow, calls for a little help from a member of the ground staff.
Mark Henderson, a convicted burglar on day release from jail, drove his snow-shifting machine onto the pitch to clear a path to enable John Smith, a converted English soccer player, to attempt the winning goal.
Naturally, the Dolphins hotly disputed the act, but there are no rules to cover such a situation, and the field goal stands. And so the Cotswolds' John Smith, in his first game back after injury, becomes the game's hero.
New Orleans 0, Atlanta 35. The Falcons confirmed their scoring potential in this thrashing of the Saints. Quarterback Steve Bartoski, driving his team relentlessly, hands off to rookie Gerald Riggs, who bulldozes his way through for a touchdown.
LA Raiders 21, Kansas City 16. In this, the most bitter of the AFC's traditional rivalries, the Raiders triumphed, but only when with 25 seconds left to play. Jim Plunkett hit Calvin Muhammad with a 35-yard touchdown pass.
Isn't that amazing? Watch that ball go. Woo! Pittsburgh 0, Buffalo 13. In the driving snow, the Steelers were completely dominated by the Buffalo defense, and Terry Bradshaw had a nightmare of a day. He only managed to pass for 3 yards. An insult was added to injury with this humiliating sacking.
Tampa Bay 17, the New York Jets 32. The Jets are establishing themselves as favorites to win the AFC title.
Washington 12, St. Louis 7. The Redskins win with 4 field goals.
After another weekend of rugged play in the NFL, the conference race for the playoffs takes on a new and interesting look.
In the AFC, the Bengals, the Raiders, and the Jets continue their pack-leading strides. But the Steelers and the Dolphins stumble to join the Bills and the Chargers with 4 wins and 2 losses. Hanging on to their shirt tails are the surprising Patriots and the Seahawks with 3 wins and 3 losses. Below them, the Browns and the Broncos keep their playoff hopes alive with 2 wins and 4 losses. The Oilers, Chiefs, and Colts give their coaches ulcers, with the Colts having now eliminating themselves from the playoffs.
In the NFC, the Cowboys and the Redskins stand alone on the mountaintop, followed by the surging Falcons and our friends the Packers, with 4 wins and 2 losses. 5 teams, the Lions, Saints, Giants, Vikings and Cardinals, walk the tightrope of 3 wins and 3 losses. The rest of the conference, the Bears, 49ers, Buccaneers, Rams and Eagles, face a must-win weekend to keep their playoff hopes alive.